Thank you so much to Squarespace for sponsoring this video. The all-in-one website platform designed to help you stand out and succeed online. Giving you everything you need to claim your domain, showcase your offerings with a professional site, grow your brand, and get paid all in one place. We've been doing the capsule wardrobe wrong, and I think I figured out the most effective and easy way not only create your capsule wardrobe, but actually use it and make getting dressed easier. This is totally ripped off of one of your comments, so thank you so much. I was talking about how I don't agree with the old school method of the capsule wardrobe and only owning one singular capsule wardrobe. I think we can still own all our pieces. We don't have to do a closet purge, but picking a capsule wardrobe from our giant closet, weekly, bi-weekly, monthly, whatever works for you, is the right way to do it. And somebody commented that it reminds them of the chair. So we're calling this the chair capsule wardrobe because I think that's cute. And the chair is the chair in your room where you throw on your jeans that you don't have to put in wash yet, but you're not ready to put back in your closet because you know you just keep wearing them. Items that live on your chair for that week or that month, and obviously washing accordingly. I loved that idea because the pieces that live on your chair, they can go through phases. Just because something is your most worn sweater of that month doesn't mean it's your only sweater you're ever gonna need, even for that month, that year, that week, whatever. So let's get into why I think the chair capsule wardrobe is perfect and why I think you should try it out. So like I already said, we're picking a capsule wardrobe from your main closet. You don't have to get rid of anything in your closet. You will still have your giant closet, and your chair capsule wardrobe of the month or week, I'm gonna be doing this weekly, will live outside your closet on the chair. So every Sunday or Monday or whatever you need, you pick out your items, and the rest of the week, your entire closet is off limits and you're only getting dressed from the items on your chair. I feel like the first go about this, look at the chair in your room or wherever you keep your, items that you keep wearing throughout the day. I have a little hook on my wall where I keep my items I'm re-wearing, and just go off that for the first week. Make it super simple. Just, you're already doing it, but really try and keep your closet off limit. I feel like this overarching idea makes it so at the end of the week or the end of the month, the end of the 2 weeks, however you decide to do it, you feel like you're shopping your closet, and it's gonna make you less likely to shop outside of your closet on a real store, real shopping, whatever. We're missing these pieces in our closet, and maybe we're thinking about them throughout the week of, I'm really excited to wear that again. I feel like the end of like 2 weeks is a better idea to make you really miss some pieces and pull them back out. I feel like with being pregnant and then now postpartum, and I still don't have access to my closet, it really made me think of this idea because I'm already living it without being able to shop my closet at the end of the month, being able to shop my closet once the clothes fit again, if they ever fit again. The way I yearn for my closet right now, and there's nothing new that I want to add really, because everything I want to add is already in there. I just want to start wearing it again. When you miss your own clothes, you realize how good your clothes are. I remember when I went to study abroad, my luggage got lost for 2 days, which really wasn't that much, but we had to go buy some clothes that day to wear, and we just ended up popping into Zara and buying them, and I couldn't wait for my clothes to come. I did not want anything new. I did not want the stuff that I had just purchased. I wanted my clothes, and I feel like if you've ever gotten like robbed, which I've also been robbed, I did not want to go out and buy a new wardrobe, obviously because you just don't want to spend money like that, but even because the pieces that were stolen from me were my pieces. That's what I wanted back. So if I was able to reshop my closet, like that would be my first choice, having the exact same things I already had. And, knowing how they fit, knowing what I would style them with, it creates this decision fatigue is gone because it's stuff you already own. And even the decision fatigue of having a limited choice. The capsule wardrobe, girl, if anybody says you're all over the place, I don't sleep at night, so we know this though already. Let's give a definition of the capsule wardrobe. I feel like we all kind of already know what this is. Capsule wardrobe is a curated collection of a limited number of essential, high quality, and versatile clothing pieces that can be easily mixed and matched to create a wider variety of outfits. Something I love about this method instead of the normal capsule wardrobe is there's little to no prep. If you're telling me that the capsule wardrobe is going to change my life for the better, the original, but I have to go downstairs and pick my closet into 30 pieces or however much you want to do it, that's going to take me 1.5 years to get down there and actually do. And it will cause me so much stress, so much anxiety about getting rid of that many pieces. But something like this, you're just picking out outfits for the week, basically. And you're not even picking out outfits, you're just picking out items that will go together and maybe don't go together. And that was something else with having this with pregnancy. I did an outfits of the week video, and I styled this Christy Dawn dress that felt like Amish to me, if I'm being honest, and felt just not my style at all, but I love the dress. I literally picked it out, I wanted it, but I just could not figure out how to style it. I admittedly don't do my laundry as often as I should. Well, Brandon does my laundry, and it takes a long time for the laundry to get through. We have cloth wipes we're doing right now. We have all of my daughter's clothes, all my son's clothes, all of his clothes, towels, everything, whatever. Maybe that doesn't seem like a lot, but like it seems like a normal amount. It feels like so much with a baby when they're like peeing and pooping through everything. But I literally only had that dress to wear that day because my entire closet didn't fit, and I basically have 10 items that fit me right now. So I had to wear it, and it took me a little extra time to figure out like what hair would look good with it, sunglasses, shoes. But after I took that time to actually style that piece, I adore it, and I'm gonna wear it all the time now. Like sometimes those hard pieces to style, I have too many choices where I can give up on styling it. And I feel like for videos, I'll really try to style things, but in real life, I'm just like, okay, get out the door, whatever. I need that. You don't have your whole closet to rely on. You don't have every pair of jeans you've ever owned to just go throw on instead of something unique and fun that you actually really love. And I don't know, there was something about that it felt really good to like kind of crack the code of this is how I'm gonna style things that I don't normally wear. I think that this is also perfect for like a busy week. If you know you're not gonna have time to style all your outfits or time to rip apart your closet, the beginning of the week, look at what you're doing and plan accordingly for the weather, whatever, and pick out what you're gonna wear that week and only have those pieces. I'm gonna go through what I think is my ideal for the week of a capsule wardrobe, of the chair capsule wardrobe, but let's keep going. It just forces you to get away from your safety items. I feel like the chair is normally our safety items, where if something unique you put on, you go to the chair, but now it's like, okay, we're gonna have our more unique pieces that we don't wear live on the chair. And even like laying in bed and staring at that dress all the time because it was hanging up on my hook, which is my chair. I'm looking at it, I'm thinking about it, I'm thinking of the way I can style it, and it's at top of mind. I feel like a lot of people, your closet is closed off, you're not looking at your clothes all the time, which is probably healthy, and also just like whatever, more clutter-free. But if you have like a rack in your room of things you want to style, I think that's so perfect because you're like staring at the piece, thinking about it, how to style it, not looking on Pinterest where you don't own any of the pieces. When you're like, we need to go out for a girls' night tonight. Okay, what am I gonna wear? Let me look on Pinterest for inspo. No, we need to look into our closet, stare at one item that we know we have to wear for inspo the best way. If I look on Pinterest for inspo and I try to recreate it, I'm just mad by the end. I have to just use what's up in here. Not that I don't love Pinterest, but Pinterest for me is really shopping inspo. It's rarely styling inspo, which sucks because, yeah. Okay, and also Pinterest for me is toddler activities and home decor mostly. So for me, I want to do this weekly. I think once all my clothes fit, weekly will be perfection. And it will also be way easier in the winter when I'm not like sweating through items as quickly. I think in the winter I could do bi-weekly because it's just like bigger pieces and I wouldn't have any dresses. All pieces that I can wear more than once because I'm not like sweating in them. And if I had no dresses and just shirts or sweaters and pants combos, there's more outfits to do that. But also outfit repeat, you guys. We have to outfit repeat. It is just so much easier and so much cuter. I feel like, I don't know, we need to outfit repeat. But in the summer, I think I'll have to do weekly because I wear sundresses so often, especially right now when really none of my pants fit. And I sweat through a dress in 5 seconds, and then I'm normally changing multiple times a day. So we'll be doing weekly for the summer. But to me, weekly, what's on my chair? 3 tops, 2 bottoms, 1 dress, 2 pairs of shoes, 1 bag, and all accessories are allowed. Sunglasses, jewelry, whatever, because I'm pretty rarely putting those on, and I just want to start a little bit easier. Sometimes I really do need every pair of sunglasses to help me out when styling pieces. But I feel like I was really questioning the shoes and the bag part. I was gonna leave them just all open, but I am somebody who I rarely change out the bag I am carrying. It will have to be like a practicality thing of why I'm changing out my bag, and I want to change my bag out every week if I can. because then I'll wear more of my bags. And I have so many bags, but I'm just never changing it out because like we're running out the door. If I'm going out, I'm wearing a different bag, but day to day, I'm using the same bag. And then 2 pairs of shoes because I will basically always need a tennis shoe in my rotation. And then I want to have, sometimes I want to like make it a cowboy boot where I literally can only wear tennis shoes or a cowboy boot. And it's going to force me to wear my cowboy boots because I feel like I don't wear them anymore because it feels too out there. And I'm like, well, I'll just wear something like more simple, like even a Mary Jane or a ballet flat. I need to be a little bit more funky. And I can only do that if I limit my choices. I will say another rule for me will be that I can always grab special items, whether that's like walking or running sneakers or going out outfit or something weather appropriate like a rain jacket, or if it's cooler than I thought or warmer than I thought, you can always dip in that way. And I especially say the going out outfits because when I finally get the chance to go out, I like to go all out and like wear something just stupid because I have to dress so practical from day to day because I'm just doing most mundane things in the entire world. So I cannot put like a sequin mini dress in my weekly The Chair. It will never be worn unless I'm doing the going out, or like a pair of heels. Like I'm not wearing a pair of heels, but a pair of like kitten heels or like heeled sandals, like little, I totally put that as my other option as like a sneaker or whatever. But that's the Chair capsule wardrobe. I'll definitely do like a month of this trying my Chair capsule wardrobe. I can't do it now because I don't have enough clothes. Like truly my clothes don't fit. So let me know if you guys want to see that. Before we get any further into this video, I wanted to say thank you so much to Squarespace for sponsoring. You guys already know I've been using Squarespace since college. It was the first place I ever designed a website and the last place I'll ever design a website. I've used it as a portfolio when job searching. I've used it as a blog for writing and photography. And I've even used it as an online store, which I think is my favorite way. I know a lot of us resell our clothes and it's actually so easy to start your own Squarespace website to do this, and cutting out the middleman and all those extra fees that other platforms take out. You can use your Squarespace store to sell products. Like in my case, I've sold merch or my clothes, but you can also use it for services or both. It gives you everything you need to grow your business and get paid all in one place. There's easy online payments and built-in tools for shipping, inventory, and fulfillment. You can simplify your workflow and give customers a seamless shopping experience. There's also expanded global shipping costs. You can automatically calculate the shipping cost using real-time rates from local carriers based on the destination, size, and weight of each order. It eliminates manual calculations and avoids over or undercharging customers. This is the secret to cutting out the middleman because this was something that scared me and was impossible to figure out on my own, and Squarespace makes it easy. You can also use your Squarespace to sell content and create member-only content for your community. Monetize your content by selling online courses, videos, and memberships. You simply set the price and choose whether you want it to be a one-time fee or a subscription for access. All my family members use Squarespace. Anytime somebody needs a website, I tell them to use Squarespace. If you feel like you need a place for your content or your resume, your clothing, anything to live, Squarespace is the place for you. Head to squarespace.com/LanieOzark to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain using code LanieOzark. Thank you again to Squarespace for sponsoring this video. Let's get into the rest of it. But that's it for this video. Thank you again to Squarespace for sponsoring, and I'll see you in a few days. Bye.